Yes, I encourage the NGO that has just been inaugurated to preach against vote buying and vote selling. And that I said people are buying votes mainly as a result of poverty. You may call it weaponization of poverty, but also a failure of the state over years to educate our people. So there is pervasive knowledge gap, pervasive poverty, but also ignorance. Okay, so the NGO has a lot of work to do. But I think those are not the only two things. Vote buying and vote selling at least involve some element of consent, even though uninformed consent. Okay? But people collect money and then vote for the person who has given them money. We are not in support. We condemn it. It shouldn't be so. But it involves some conscious exercise of will. But we don't want it in our democracy. But I say that there is a form of rigging that does not even meet their concept, that assumes that they are nobody and nothing, and which is about outright use of state machinery, collusion between INEC, the electoral umpire, a collusion between the security agencies and those who control the federal power to rig, I mean writing results, fake results, that have no correlation with people voting. They write results that they want, maybe even write it several days or months ahead, and garrison places and announce those results and say nothing happens. That's why some people can boast and say they can deliver this and deliver that. When if you conduct elections in their own families, they will fail. But because they are banking on the power, their ability to compromise the state institutions and write fictitious results, ascribe it to the people. And in Nigeria, what they say, go to court. That's why a number of people who have no business in politics are parading themselves as leaders. And if you like, if you leave it for them, win elections, so-called win elections, by getting INEC security and use of money to generate figures, not votes. Generating figures does not amount to votes. And they now push it to the judiciary, that itself is intimidated, underfunded, undertrained, and ill-motivated, and the judiciary will be discussing technicalities. So that's why I said vote buying is not good, vote selling is not good, but there is even a worse form of rigging, which is outright writing of result, which is a complete subversion of the sovereignty of the people. Every election that is rigged is an assault on the sovereignty of the people. So, and I confronted that as governor in opposition since 2015, when I had to lead Bayelsa for the first time in opposition. I stated I've never been in opposition before, but it was tough and I had to do so. Led it in opposition, kept winning elections in opposition. And at campaigns or at elections, our supporters and party men were being killed. And nothing happened because of the state failures. The state failures that encourage vote rigging. Vote buying, vote selling, they are bad. But the worst form is when somebody sitting down somewhere assumes that the people don't even matter. Say, who are they? What can they do? And they get results, fake results. Every election in Bayelsa since 2015, I've been having to deal with fake result sheets given to APC opposition leaders. Some of them, they have no support in their families. They can't even contest election against people in their communities or in their families. But they brag about winning elections. Why? Because they are hoping to get fake result sheets from INEC. They are hoping to be assisted by the Navy, by the Army, by the SSS, by the INEC. So that's the state of Nigerian democracy. And some of us who have been at the trenches confronting this evil, I thought I should alert people to that. Yes, that is good to complain about vote buying and vote selling. But there's a worse form, which is the baba of election rigging, which is writing outright results, fake results. Yep. As a member of the Senate Committee on Electoral Matters, we are working on tightening the legal regime governing elections. But you see, making laws, enabling INEC to make regulations is one thing. INEC does not control security. Okay? INEC does not have control over the official security. INEC does not have control over the unofficial security that are enabled, in most cases, to disrupt and intimidate and overwhelm. So these are issues that Nigerians need to be alive to, and the Nigerian voting public has to take responsibility for it. And as I used to tell Bayelsans, in your communities, stand your ground and stand fast. And don't allow anybody, no matter who that person says it is, no matter the uniform that person wears, or those colluding with him, to come to your own community, your polling booth, and then misbehave and intimidate you. Don't allow that. Yes. That was how I was able to win, by the grace of God, my re-election 2015. They have written fake results. Yeah. And security deployed to support it and declare it. Okay? And the other elections we have had, that's what we have been. So I'm someone who has been in the trenches, dealing with it. Once you see people, particularly in places like Bayelsa, the Niger Delta states, when you see some of the politicians boasting in Abuja, they have no support. Yes. Even in their families, if you conduct an election, they will lose. They don't even go home. They don't even relate with their family people. They don't even relate with their community people. Not to talk of their wards or their local governments. But they will stay here. Come and join ruling parties. Why do they run to APC or any party that is in power? It's because they feel that the party will give them INEC fake results. The party will give them police. Party will give them SSS. Party will give them Army and Navy. And you know, in our place, these are the people who convey election results, so that they can take election results, compromise security, bring armed thugs to come and shoot their own people. That's what they have been doing, election after election. And the Nigerian state has not been able to hold anyone to account. Do you understand? That's why you see some of them talking rubbish, making claims that they have no capacity to enforce. You know, so Nigerians have a lot to do to strengthen our